Alright folks, and welcome to the channel. Question: can you get good sounding pop punk vocals by only using stock plugins? Let's have a look. Pop punk song up recently, and yeah, not something I generally listen to. Every now and again I'll have a listen to a bit of pop punk. Try using all stock Studio One plugins in the mixing of these vocals, not just on the vocals but on the effects as well. So before we dive down and take a look, here's what everything sounds like all together.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home. But I've been waiting all my life to get away from this scene. I'm growing tired of all the dipshits with their fake ripped jeans.
Let's have a listen at the raw vocals with none of the processing on.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home. But I've been waiting all my life to get away from this scene. I'm growing tired of all the...
First up, we've got a compressor in there, as I do with a lot of vocals and a lot of the mixing I do in general. I'm sort of mimicking an analog style workflow. So in the olden days, back in the tape days before we all had DAWs, when you go into an analog console, a lot of the time your vocalist will go into a compressor first and then go into the console, and that's what I'm doing with this. Let's see how much gain reduction this compressor's giving us.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
So we're just getting a 3 to 4 dB of gain reduction just to level everything off a little bit and just to add a little bit of colour. And then after that, got the red light distortion just to sort of add a bit of analog colour, if you will, just to add a bit of saturation. And I've got it on the hard tube, just a subtle amount of drive and distortion.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
And then after that, EQ, filtering out everything below 170 Hertz. Got a low shelf filter in there and just knocking out a bit of mid-range and just a tiny amount of the upper mids.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
Just to clean up that low end, just to take it out of the way of the guitars, bass and drums. After that, I've got the fat channel on. All I'm using the fat channel for is this second compressor, just to add an extra bit of colour and just to compress it a little bit harder.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
And then after that, I'm just using limiter just to catch any stray peaks.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
And then the last thing I've got in the chain is a third compressor, but I'm not using it as a compressor. There is a setting on there for the de-esser.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care cause I call it home.
Just to catch some of those sibilances. Now that's the same across the whole vocal in this track, apart from this lo-fi vocal.
Is there anyone out here in the 732 who isn't blinded by the ugly girls and knows the truth?
Everything else is the same. I've got the same compressor, I have got the same red light distortion, but I'm hitting this a lot harder, a bit more drive, a bit more distortion, and we're notching out a hell of a lot of frequencies there. Just got a little bit of a shelf in there as well, just notching a little bit out them upper mids again. Everything else is exactly the same. And then all these vocals are sent to a submix. All I've got on there is just a little bit of EQ just to notch just another slight amount out in that mid-range. And as you can see, we've got some sends here, we've got widths, bit of reverb, some delays. Yes, there is a delay on there. At the minute it's switched off because that is automated. and that's just mainly on this lead vocal.
'Cause I call it home.
So most of the vocals are going to this verb track, and all I've got going off there is this room reverb. I've got it set to a small room, and then I've just done a small amount of EQ there just to take some of that mid-range out and just boost a little bit of top end. And then next we've got this width effect, and all I'm doing that's just a bit of a doubler. I did try the auto filter, wasn't quite giving me what I wanted, so not far off, but it wasn't quite. So I went for the chorus, and instead of chorus I've gone for the doubler and just altered a few little things in there for the low and high frequencies. And then on the delay track I've just got quarter note delay. That's basically it. So let's have a listen to everything again in the context of the mix.
Welcome to Jersey, a disgrace to the world, but I don't care 'cause I call it home. But I've been waiting all my life to get away from this scene. I'm growing tired of all the dipshits with their fake ripped jeans. Thank you MTV, once again, for ruining Seaside Heights for me and my friends. Yeah, so take your fake tip.
So there you go, folks. There's mixing some vocals or some pop punk vocals up there with nothing but stock plugins within Studio One. I think they turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and if you're a band or an artist that's looking for somebody to mix and master your tracks, get in touch and we can have a bit of a discussion. Very reasonable rates, trust me, I'm an engineer. And if you want to grab yourself some Evil Wizard merch,
there's a link to the merch store down in the description.
But that's all from me, folks.
I will catch you in the next one.
Right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can follow me on social media and you can get my music online. And if you want to support the channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.